everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 7th of June 2021. Starting with very first question, Eagle Act, which was making news recently, is associated with which country? I have already told you that if you remember the full form of any acronym, it would be very much easy for you to at least understand with what thing it is associated to. So here full form of Eagle is Equal Access to Green Cards for Legal Employment. What is it? See, recently this has been reintroduced in the US House of Representatives to eliminate the per country cap on employment based green card. So you have to understand all these terms first of all. What is green card? It is an officially permanent resident card. Okay, means if you have this card, then you are the permanent resident of USA. Fine. So what happened is currently there is 7% per country limit on visa issuance by the USA. What is visa? It is an official document that allows any person to legally enter any other foreign country. So currently this visa issuance is just 7%. But now if this Eagle Act 2021 would be cleared by the Senate also, then this would benefit a lot of Indian professionals and their family members who wish to immigrate to the country. Because then they don't have to rely on the temporary visas or wait for these green cards. So basically this act will enhance this 7% to 15%, and for this it would provide 9-year time period for the elimination of this limit. So due to this limit, countries like China and India who have enough population, they suffer, unlike the countries who have small population. So that's why this act is very much popular in India right now, because if this will pass in Senate also, then it would be benefiting the India in broader terms. So earlier this 7% limit was imposed by former President Donald Trump, but now Joe Biden has decided that he would increase this limit. Basically you can understand this act in just one sentence. And what is it? This act would benefit the US economy by allowing American employers to focus on hiring immigrants based on their merit and not on their birthplace. And this law has been introduced by Congresswomen Zoe Lofgren and John Curtis. So these two personalities have introduced it in the US House of Representatives, and now let's see whether it would be passed in the Senate also or not. Apart from it, USA was in news because it has placed the Cuba into its state sponsor of terrorism list. What is it? See, US lists the countries that repeatedly provide support for actions of international terrorism, and this has been started since 1979, and this time it has included Cuba into the list. Talking about Cuba, capital is Havana and currency is peso. Question number 2. What is the main objective of the chip-off technique that has been developed recently? So scientists at CFSL, that is Central Forensic Science Laboratory, which lies in Hyderabad, they have developed an indigenous chip-off technique. What is the objective of this technique? Actually, it is to retrieve encrypted data from logged and severely damaged smart cell phones. Okay, so basically it is a technique of your data retrieval. Actually, this would help the investigative agencies to produce credible evidence against the criminal. Talking some more about the cyber world, first ever Asia Pacific Cyber Security Council has been launched by Microsoft. What was the aim of this council? To build a strong communication channel for addressing cyber threats. Okay, so if you want to know more about this council, please refer to the previous lectures. We have already covered this topic. Question number 3. SAGE, which is Senior Care Aging Growth Engine, is the initiative of which union ministry? So it has been launched by our Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and minister for this particular ministry is Thawar Chand Gehlot. So apart from this engine, it has also released Sage portal, which can be accessed by all the elderly persons for elderly care products and services by select startups. And these startups will be selected on the basis of innovative products and services. Means the products and services you are providing are how much innovative in their terms. Now talking about Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, few days back it has launched an app called as Sugamya Bharat app. What was the purpose? So it was developed to sensitize and enhance the accessibility within 3 pillars of Accessible Indian campaign, the name of which are transportation sector, then built environment, and third is ICT ecosystem in India. What is ICT? Information and Communication Technology. So from this point, only thing you have to remember is Sugamya Bharat app has been developed by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Question number 4. AMB is the nanofiber based tablets developed by IIT Hyderabad for curing which disease? First of all, what is this AMB? It is amphotericin B, the name of a tablet. So recently researchers from IIT Hyderabad has developed nanofiber based oral tablets of AMB, and this was first ever attempt to fabricate nanofibrous oral tablets of these AMB for curing the disease Kala Azar. So why we are doing so? Because recently Kala Azar treatment is being used as the treatment for mucormycosis, which is also called as your black fungus. So this treatment can be used to treat the fungal infections post-COVID treatment. Fine. Hence that's why this disease is also in news. Now recently black fungus disease has been declared as notified disease in which state? In the state Haryana. And what do you understand by notified disease? It means that government authority have to be informed about each case of this particular disease. So right now, since black fungus is the notified disease in Haryana, that means if any case comes out of black fungus, then authorities should be immediately informed about it. Fine. Now one question for you. Few lectures back we have talked about aspergillosis. Can you tell me it is related to which type of infection? Means it is fungal infection or viral infection or whatever it is. You have to tell me that. Fine. Question number 5. After the RBI's Monetary Policy Committee meeting held in June 2021, the repo rate is fixed at. You know these repo rates and reverse repo rate questions frequently come in your papers. First of all, what is repo rate? It is the rate at which central bank of a country lends money to the banks. Fine. Or you can say the rate at which bank takes or borrows money from the RBI, that is called as repo rate. And the opposite of this thing is reverse repo rate. So currently repo rate has been fixed at 4%, and this is the 6th consecutive term when repo rate has been remained unchanged. And the decision has been taken due to coronavirus uncertainty, and there are also some fears over inflation, and that's why this decision has been taken. Fine. Talking about RRR, that is reverse repo rate, it has been fixed at 3.35%. RBI has appointed its 4th deputy governor, who is T. Ravi Shankar. And also in April month, RBI has said that post of MD and CEO in corporate banks shall not be held by the same person for more than 15 years. Means if 15 years had been completed, then that person have to be changed. But yes, that particular person can be reappointed after passing 3 years of cooling period. Now one question for you. Few days back we have studied that there was an organization which said that the functions of MD and CEO of any company should be completely different and distinguished from each other. Can you tell me which organization was it? Do let me know in the comments. Question number 6. NACH facility, which was seen in the news recently, stands for. So what do you understand by the term NACH? So it has been implemented by NPCI, that is National Payments Corporation of India. And what is NPCI? It is a non-profit company for operating all the retail payments in India. So the full form of NACH is National Automated Clearing House, and it can be used for making bulk transaction towards distribution and collection of payments. Fine. Basically, it is a centralized type of system which consolidates multiple ECS systems running across the country. So as per the RBI's recent MPC meeting, which we have talked about In the previous question, Nach facility would be available on all days of the week from 1st of August. Now few days back, NPCI was in news because NPCI has formed its wholly owned subsidiary firm called NBBL. What is it? NPCI Bharat Bill Pay Limited. Why it has formed it? To offer recurring payment services, and it is the second subsidiary firm of NPCI. Okay, then which one is first? It's NIPL, means NPCI International Payments Limited, and it would take care of deployment of RuPay card schemes and all the UPI outside of India. Fine. So it's very important for you to remember NPCI's two subsidiary firms. Question number 7. What is the quantum of the special liquidity window announced by the RBI to support contact intensive sectors hit by the COVID-19? So recently RBI has announced to create special liquidity window of 15,000 crore rupees with a tenor of 3 years at the repo rate to provide liquidity support to all the contact intensive sectors which are hit by COVID-19. So basically this step has been taken to encourage banks to provide fresh lending support to all the sectors like hotels, tourism, aviation, which are hardly hit by the COVID-19. And also there are services like private bus operators, car repair, spa clinics, salons and beauty parlors. So as we know that these sectors are hardly hit by COVID-19, and that's why RBI has taken this decision. And also RBI will extend a special liquidity facility of 16,000 crore rupees to which organization? To SIDBI for an on lending or refinancing. What is SIDBI? It is Small Industries Development Bank of India and headquarter is in Lucknow. And few months back SIDBI was in news because here new chairman and MD has been appointed of it, who is S. Raman. So this name is also important now. Question number 8. Which institution organizes the World Sustainable Development Summit? So this summit is an annual flagship event of TERI, which is the Energy and Resources Institute. And it is being held under the umbrella theme of redefining our common future, safe and secure environment for all. So our Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister, Mr. Prakash Javadekar, has addressed the summit on the occasion of World Environment Day, which we celebrate on 5th of June every year. So this year it has been organized by TERI, and one thing important from this summit is last year in this summit it said that if steel demand of country continues to grow, then the CO2 emissions from this steel sector will reach 600 million ton by the year 2050. Okay, and headquarters of TERI lies in New Delhi. Question number 9. Which organization releases the Food Price Index to track the international prices of a basket of food commodities? So it is none other than FAO, that is Food and Agricultural Organization. So United Nations FAO Food Price Index is a measure of the monthly change in the international prices of a basket of food commodities including various types of cereals, oilseeds, dairy products, meat and sugar. So this is the index which tells that this basket price has been changed by how many percent. Okay, so according to recent index, food prices in May were 4.8% more than April month, and this is registered as the biggest monthly rise since October 2010. And we have talked about this food price index in the previous lectures as well. Question number 10. IISR, that is Indian Institute of Spices Research, has received a patent for the micronutrient foliar formulation. So here it is trying to ask for which micronutrient foliar formulation IISR has received a patent. So it has received this for black pepper, or you can say Kali Mirch. So recently this organization has developed crop specific micronutrient foliar formulation for major spices, which includes not only black pepper but also ginger, turmeric, cardamom, etc. Why? To overcome all the micronutrient deficiencies that it contains. Fine. In this year, ICAR was also in news because it has received King Bhumi Bol World Sail Day 2020 award, and the headquarters of ICAR lies in New Delhi. Question number 11. Trai Rashmi Buddhist Cave Complex, where 3 new caves have been discovered, is located in which state? So recently, Archaeological Survey of India, that is ASI, has discovered these complexes located near Nashik in Maharashtra. And this cave complex is also called Pandav Leni, and this site was first of all documented by a British military officer nearly 2 decades ago. Now apart from it, archaeologists have also found plain of jars at which place at Laos. So this plain of jars is used for burial sites. People were buried here alongside these jars 700 years ago. And why this site is important? Because it has been included in UNESCO World Heritage Site. And you know that the sites which get included in the UNESCO are extremely important. And also ASI has found 2000-year-old trade center in which state of India? In Andhra Pradesh. Question number 12. To which field the Padma Shri awardee Lakshmi Nandan Bora, who died recently, belonged to? So this personality is related to literature and he belongs to which state? Assam. Recently he has been passed away now due to COVID-19 after completing the age of 89 years. And he has authored more than 60 books in Assamese language, in which 2 of his work are very famous. First is Patal Bhairavi and second is Kaya Kalp. These are his 2 very famous writings. And he has received the Padma Shri award from Government of India in 2015. Now one question for you. In the previous lecture we have talked about International Booker Prize. Can you tell me which personality has been awarded with this? Please write your answers in the comment section. And also Amartya Sen was in news. Why? Because he has been confirmed with Spain's top award in social science. And what was it? Princess of Asturias award. This is extremely important and this can be asked in your exams. Question number 13. Hisab Ki Kitab, a module of 6 short films, has been released by which authority? So Union Ministry of State for Finance and Corporate Affairs has launched a module of 6 films of which authority? IEPF, that is Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority, and named it as Hisab Ki Kitab. These short films have been developed by CSL e-Government for IEPFA as a part of their training module. Actually, these films portray the importance of budget, saving, insurance schemes, etc. And apart from it, IEPF was in news because it has signed a memorandum of understanding with IGNOU, that is Indira Gandhi National Open University, for collaboration in using the tele-lecturing facility of Gyan Darshan channel for the telecast of investor awareness program through distance learning program. Fine. So Hisab Ki Kitab is a module of IEPF. Question number 14. Indus Best Mega Food Park, which was inaugurated recently, is located in which state? So it has been launched in Raipur, which lies in Chhattisgarh, by Union Ministry for Food Processing Industries. And who is the minister for this department? It's Narendra Singh Tomar. What was the aim to launch it? To make value addition or how to increase shelf life and also to provide better price realization to farmers. And now it is expected that this park would provide direct and indirect employment to about 5,000 persons. Coming to last question, which state in India has been witnessing African swine fever which claimed over 4,500 pigs? So recently, Mizoram has been severely affected by African swine fever which claimed more than 4,700 pigs over just in 2 months. Right now, state government of Mizoram has declared 99 villages and localities as infected areas, of which 56 alone are located in Aizawl district, which is the state capital of Mizoram. Now Mizoram was frequently in news. Why? Because here endangered African violet plant have been discovered again, and also there was a forest fire in Lunglei and Aizawl areas. And also Mizoram was in news because it has celebrated its statehood day on 20th Feb along with which other state? Arunachal Pradesh. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from past 2-3 days current affairs, and today I have put the question extremely easy so that all of you can participate in it. So here you have to pause the video and try to answer each of these questions, and after the lecture ends, do let me know how much you have scored in these 5. So please don't try to cheat, be honest with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned and please give a thumbs up if you like the content and found it useful. And also don't forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.